Hi, this is Bert Kinister. This is volume 6 of Tips and Tales. In this volume, we're going to try and show you a shot that comes up every game, game after game after game. You need to realize and know how to utilize this information. This is the air sock from Lansing Municipal Airport on the south side of Chicago. A buddy of mine, Roger Pig Eye Spiewak, used to fly in and out of there. I didn't own the plane, Roger owned the plane. A good friend of mine, big shout out. Hey, my buddy Mike gave me a souvenir Dr. Pepper Chicago Bears. How long has that been? Chicago Bears. Anyway, this is volume 6 of Tips and Tales. You need to know how to do this, man, and it's free. Oh, repelled. I was repelled at the gate. That's not bad either. It's still not the donut hole. But I have this edge over the hole. I want one in the hole. Well, I can get on the paper, but I'm sure having a hard time getting in the hole. Stop! Stop! Well, I've surrounded the hole with goodness, and my heart feels like a chiseled piece of iron. Not bad for a guy my age. Did you notice how the cue ball drew back away from the ball before coming in contact with the rail? Did you notice I can put them all within an inch or two? For some reason, I cannot nail that donut hole with this shot right now. That doesn't mean you can. Get to the table, da-da-da-da! It's 1980, and it might have been 1980. It's Sportsman's Park, Cicero, Chicago, Illinois. I was with Shelley the Nut. Bobby Finkel was the best flats handicapper in the world. Shelley the Nut was the best standard bred harness handicapper in the world. And I was the mathematician behind one of them. And so I'm with Shelley the Nut, and we had figured out how to tell how fast a horse was coming in the last quarter, trotting horses, pacing horses. It's not on the program. It takes 8 to 12 hours after the 3 years it took to figure out how to be able to get that fraction. So now we beat him at Balmoral, we beat him at Aurora Downs, we beat him at Washington Park, we beat him at Arlington. We have been beating him at Sportsman for almost 2 years, and I've got the lock of all locks. It's Saturday afternoon at Sportsman's Park. I think the third race. I see Pinky Grapes as the lock of all locks of all locks of all. Everything I know about horses says this horse has to win. And we get out there, and I bet $200 to win on Pinky Grapes, nothing else. And I think it's the east side. We're outside at Sportsman's Park. Sportsman's Park is a 3/4 mile track in Chicago. Now, bam, they're off. Here comes Pinky by the quarter pole, by 1/4 of a mile. He's 30 to 40 lengths in front. I'm counting my money. He went off at 40 to 1. 40 to 1, children. So here they come. They're coming, man. He's still 40 lengths ahead at the half mile. He really is. Coming into the 3/4, he is 30 lengths ahead at least. But now they're starting to catch Pinky. Oh my God. Now they're coming around the 3/4 pole, and they are headed for home, and they're catching the Pinkmeister. Oh my Lord. I'm outside, I'm not by the wire, I'm on the fence. And if any of you know, giant expanse outside of grandstands on that end of the track. Now they're starting to catch him. I mean, they're ganging up on him. I start running up the grandstand on the concrete steps next to the wooden planks. I've got my fingers in my ears and I'm looking over my shoulder. They're catching Pinky. They're catching Pinky. So now I'm running up the grandstand like a maniac, man. And I've got my eyes shut, I've got my fingers in my ears, I'm running up the stairs and boom, the lights go out. The lights go out. 20 minutes, a half an hour later, I wake up in the first aid room at Sportsman's Park. I crashed on something, I went down like a bag full of rocks and I was unconscious. And I don't even care if I'm alive. Did he win? Did he win? Pinky Grapes wins by a nose. You can look it all up at 40 to 1. I got $200 on him. Instead of worrying whether I'm going to live, die, or what else is going to... That's how sick a gambler I was in those days. But the Pinkster came in. Hey, and for you guys that think gambling should have no part of pool, gambling is the single largest industry on the planet Earth. More money is exchanged gambling every day than in any other industry. Professional sports betting is the biggest financial enterprise on earth. You cannot take gambling away from pool. You cannot take gambling out of our culture. At any rate, Pinky made it. This was volume 6, and I'm still conscious all these years later. I don't bet the horses. When somebody asks me for advice about life, I tell them don't bet the horses. And if you're going to bet the horses, bet the favorite to show you'll last longer.